What is up, everybody? It is John here, and I want to talk about some things that have been kind of bugging me a little bit in the sense of fans already. I mean, we're only 9 week into NASCAR, and we're already complaining about something. Now, look, fans complain all the time. You know, I complain about certain things, other people complain about things as well. But we're not 1 week in, we're complaining about things already. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. I mean, we haven't even let the halfway of the season to really impact us yet. When, of course, we get tired and of, not say watching racing, just we get tired because the race season can be long and it's mentally exhausting sometimes. So then we start really complaining. But we're in 1 week in, we're complaining. And this complaint has to do with overtime rules now. And I'm like, we got to be kidding me. Now we're going to talk about overtime. And some fans, not everyone, but some fans are complaining that overtime rules need to be adjusted or they need to be going away again because it's ruining how the finishes are, and they're also maybe not fair or whatever. It's just not, they just don't like them anymore. And if we keep on changing things because some people don't like things, the sport would never stay the same ever. We have to keep some things. And this right here is one of them. And here's why. Overtime was created because fans back in the day complained that they couldn't, that they had maybe a good finish happening and it was ruined because the caution came out late with 5 to go and they couldn't get it green. And fans are like, man, I spent all this time just to have it finished under caution. Okay. NASCAR said, well, how about we extend the race, agree on checker, you get 2 laps. And of course, we went through different variations of it. First, it was only 3 attempts to agree on checker. Then you had to make it around to a certain line, okay? But you could have unlimited attempts. Then it went from that to you just had to get to the white flag to make it complete. If you didn't, it keeps on going. And that's basically what we have today. So this is kind of bugs me that we're having this discussion, that this is even a discussion. And here's why. I have a feeling a lot of people didn't like the finish because, well, Kyle Busch, if you're a Kyle Busch fan, yes, you're going to really like Kyle Busch winning. Also, you didn't like how the finish ended in a sense of that the caution came out after the green checkered, right? After they got to the white flag. And that's because maybe you're a Joe Logano fan. Here's the thing, I'm gonna keep saying this. Joe Logano was not winning that race. Either if the green flag stayed out or not, the 20 had already made a decision and it was going with the 47 Stenhouse. So Logano was losing that race either regardless because there was no one else behind them. Even if the caution does not come out, there's only 3 cars in that group. No one else could have caught him. It was only going to be those 3 cars, and the 20 had already decided to go decided to go with the 47. So Logano wasn't going to win that. Okay, maybe at a glimpse hopes that if Logano gets back behind the 20 and pushes Christopher Bell, maybe the 20 had a shot. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Okay? Okay, so maybe people aren't happy about Styles winning. Look, I'm not a Logano fan. I've been very upset if Logano won, but does that mean I need to change 1,000 rules because just to stop one driver from winning? No. You let it be. Move on to the next week. That's what you do. I'm tired of these fans trying to change the rules just because your driver doesn't win. It's ridiculous. It's got to stop. My driver got wrecked out early. Do you think I'm complaining that how they thrown that caution or how that wreck happened? No, it sucks. But it doesn't mean I want to change the whole sport just because my driver's not winning. That's not how it works. It's got to stop. It really has to stop. Now, I'm not saying that they can't adjust some things. All right, you can fiddle with things to make it fit a little bit better. I think the rules right now are okay. Maybe you can adjust them at certain tracks so they're not as a deficit at certain places. Super Speedway Racing, a lot of people are saying that they shouldn't have granite checkers because all you're doing is promoting more wrecks. They're going to wreck probably most likely on the last lap anyways. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if they wreck in the granite checker or they wreck on the final lap in regular laps. It doesn't matter. They're going to wreck because they're pushing to win, and that's most of what's going to happen. They're going to wreck. And it doesn't really make any sense to me how many laps are left or whatever. Now, yes, I understand Kyle Busch is upset that this had been the regular laps like in 1998 with Dale Earnhardt. He would have won. But they did this because fans, I bet you $100 if they had said, you know what, all right, never mind, we're not doing Grand Checker, Kyle Busch is your winner, there'll be an uproar about that and saying, why didn't they do a Grand Checker? Why didn't they do this? They should have extended the overtime. So people would be mad no matter what. It doesn't matter. This complaining about stupid of things is got to stop because all you're doing is irritating one person to irritate another one to irritate another person, and you just got hatred. It's all hatred. It's pathetic. It's stupid. So stupid. So I don't know what else that really I'm going to say that's going to change any of that. That's people's opinions, and that's what they feel like is their beliefs, and they want to change. I know NASCAR's not going to change any of it because it's not worth it. Everybody's going to complain. If you are constructive criticism, that means, hey, I like this, but can we tweak it? I don't want something to go away, but we can alternate some kind of ruling to some degree, all right, to help it try to be a little more equal. Then okay, I'm okay with it. I don't care what we have to do. It's just as long as it's in some cases all equal to everyone. Basically, you can do this, and this is just my theory. I know it'll be a kind of tick off everyone. If it gets to the white flag, or it is with white flag, last lap on the rigor of white flag, okay? If a caution comes out, they get one attempt, okay? So you get what you want, you get one overtime. You get one attempt over green, white, checkered. If the leader, and all you got to do is cross the line. Very simple. Get the green and the leader crosses the line. And a caution comes out after any of that. The race is over. Now you've appealed to everyone else, right? Like, we're tired of wrecking. You get one shot. That's it. It doesn't matter. Okay? That's all way I can think you could fix that. Or you can help appeal to one side and help appeal to the other. That's all the way I can think of it. I know there's still going to be like people are, well, what if this happens? What if, you know what? I don't care about those scenarios. You get what you get. And that's the only way I can think you're going to get it. Is that if, even on the white flag lap, on the regular laps, caution comes out, you get one shot. Okay? After that, then you go and you get one shot, one attempt on Grand Checker. Okay, that's it. One. No extras, no $3, no nothing. Just one. Okay. One more thing I want to talk about in this video. This is kind of what I'm talking about when I'm making these videos. This is for me to express myself about NASCAR and certain things. Even that means even ragging on fans. Auto Club. Okay. Now, this is most likely going to be the last race on the 2-mile track. Barring weather and how long that takes to get through, that's going to be a hassle and a half just trying to get that in. But, talking about the Auto Club and its reconfiguration, okay? I understand people's being upset about this track going away. I think it's a really good track, too. However, there is a business behind this, and is understanding why they want to do this. For one, again, fans want more short tracks. And as soon as that happens, they started looking around at the surrounding area of Auto Club, right, and the facility around there, and that they're wasting a lot of money of area that maybe they don't use, or that it's costing them more money, tax money and stuff like that, land property, and they just didn't feel like it's not worth keeping it anymore. So now they're gonna basically take two birds with one stone, right? They're gonna try to do that by reducing the land property, giving it to other people. Hopefully, they'll invest it in better things like shopping malls and restaurants and things that they can do around the racetrack. And then, of course, now people can get their short track. Now, let's be very clear. Auto Club racing has not been the best for a while. Now, can you blame the track for it? Maybe not. It's probably mostly the cars. And then last year proved that it was the majority of the car problem. And the next gen car generally fixed it and made it a lot better. But, okay, that as soon as someone says they want more short tracks and they felt like that was the opportunity, Auto Club was the only slot they felt like it was going to fit everyone's solutions. Right? The fans plus NASCAR themselves not trying to spend a lot more money on land that they feel like they don't really need. So, does it make me feel like that they're rushing to this and maybe they're just finding one track and they felt like it was Auto Club? Yeah, but to me, I understand why they're doing it. Yes, it is going to suck that it is going to be going away after this year. Now, I know there's still talks and reports and things like that people are trying to get them to not do it. I think there's too much emotion at this point that there's no way they're gonna stop doing it. They already started tearing down some of the grandstands. I think they're already doing some other things around the property. It's already too much emotion to where they can say, you know what, let's hold off. I just don't think they're going to do that. Atlanta, they were still kind of waiting. And even the drivers were like, no, it's one more year. And they did. But because now, Auto Club, too much emotion, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, that being said, right, the short track, I guess, picture of what they've said. And, of course, here's the thing. The president of Auto Club said that they don't have 100% a layout to the track yet. They've done things with iRacing and such, but they have not yet done anything to really put a big blueprint together to understand what kind of track they want. So kind of need to hurry up on that part before they even decide where to tear it down. But two, the next gen cars haven't been the best in racing on short tracks. Now, hopefully, with this update and testing they did, can help solve some of the problems. I know it's not going to fix everything, but at least alleviate some of the issues a little bit, so we can have a little bit better short track racing. If that does, then I feel like this move is not such a bad move. Okay, but we also got to fix the car. If they can fix the car, then we should be okay. Now, if they don't, and the car still have issues on short tracks, of course, it looks like it's a bad move. It's not necessarily a bad move. It's just a bad direction for the car, and it needs to be fixed. Just like Auto Club being 2 miles, it wasn't really the track's fault. It was more or less the car's fault, and we had to fix the car. Once you fixed the car, the track was fine. So that's some sort of thing that's going to happen. Now, Texas Motor Speedway, it doesn't matter what car we put. We put next-gen cars on there. We put COT. The track sucks. I mean, whoever designed that track, just really needs to be fired and think about reevaluate their career, because they're not good designers, period. It was terrible. But we'll see on what happens going forward. But I don't know. It kind of irritates me when it comes to the fan part, and I want to get back to it real quick. The fans getting irritated about smaller things because maybe their driver doesn't win. Or even in this, just the track itself. About, we shouldn't tear the track down. It was really good racing. Yeah, it was. Because that car provided the good racing. But if we still had the Gen 6 car, you'd be bitching and moaning that the racing sucks. And wait, why are we racing here? And there's not good racing. But in reality, it's the car that has the problem. So, and I know people are going to say, well, I never complained about the track. I know it's the car. I go, well, okay, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to reevaluate the track too and try to think about coming up with better ideas. All right. I understand they're going to say, oh, there's a lot more local racetracks. They can't. There's no way they can afford NASCAR. Here's the thing. It's not like all of a sudden NASCAR's going to just blow money on one short track for once a year and then let them reap the benefits of having safer barriers and all that stuff. There's no way they're going to rip out the safer barriers every time they leave and then put them back in when they want to. They're not going to do that. And of course, they're going to want to upgrade the track a little bit. So the track benefits from all of the upgrades while NASCAR has to feed the bill, right? It's not going to work. NASCAR ain't going to do that. So I feel like some fans got to understand there's no way short tracks are going to be able to do that. Okay? So it's got to be in-house already. It's got to be owned by NASCAR or SMI, right? But anyways, we'll see what happens going forward. And I just hope fans understand this. I'm not trying to be a douche about fans being passionate about the sport and want things to be changed. I want your opinions. I want people to be passionate, but be passionate about things that make sense. I mean, that makes no sense right now. What's the point of getting rid of granite checkers? It just because maybe it benefits your driver. I mean, look, if Chase Elliott was in that scenario, yeah, it sucks. And he goes, dang it, he could have won. But I hope, and then that he has got the skill and the knowledge to go and still beat him. That's what you watch your driver for. Say, hey, I'm watching him for to see if he's got the passion, the drive, the skill to outbeat these guys still, no regardless of how many laps are left. Not because, well, NASCAR screwed my driver over again because they threw a grand checker. No. Your driver failed. Plain and simple. Like, oh well. Be better next time. That's all I can say. You know? Chase Elliott's already hard on himself as it is. Every time he makes one little mistake, he thinks he's let the whole world down. It's like, sometimes he's a little too hard on himself sometimes. But, I don't know. I hope fans understand that. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason behind to get rid of the grand checkers. Why am I? If I'm a little bit, that's fine. But get rid of them, it's just dumb. So, we'll move on from that. We'll see what happens at Auto Club and if that turns into a good race or a bad race whenever we get the short track. 2-3 years, who knows. Guys, that would do it for this one. If you did like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're new to this channel and would like to see more of these NASCAR videos and my opinions about NASCAR, consider subscribing. Also, I do a lot more gaming on here than this stuff. I just had a thought and I had to put it on. It just had to go. I had to speak it. So, if you do want to see more of this stuff, consider subscribing. Comment below what you think of the Auto Club move or the NASCAR granite checkers. Let me know what you think about those. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.